You start training, the weights feel lighter, your muscles grow, your confidence explodes. Then suddenly, nothing. The scale stops moving, your strength stalls, your body refuses to change. You train harder, longer, and more often, but somehow you look exactly the same. Why does this happen? And more importantly, why does your body adapt so aggressively to repetitive training? Today, we're diving into the science of plateaus, muscle adaptation, brain efficiency, and whether confusing the muscles is actually real science or just fitness industry mythology. Your body has one main priority: survival. Not aesthetics, not six pack abs, not getting huge. Survival. And survival means efficiency. Your body is constantly trying to conserve energy because throughout most of human history, food was scarce, and wasting calories could literally kill you. So when you repeatedly expose your body to the same workout, your body starts asking a question: how can I do this with less energy? And that's where adaptation begins. The first time you do a workout, your body sees it as a threat. Your muscles experience microscopic damage, your nervous system becomes stressed, your heart rate spikes, energy demand explodes. But after repeating that same workout again and again, your body learns. Your nervous system becomes more efficient, movement patterns improve, muscles coordinate better, energy systems adapt. The exact workout that once destroyed you eventually becomes normal, and normal doesn't force change anymore. This process is called homeostasis. Your body constantly tries to maintain balance. When training disrupts that balance, your body adapts so it can restore stability. Lift weights repeatedly, muscles grow stronger. Run long distances repeatedly, cardiovascular efficiency improves. But here's the problem. Once adaptation catches up with stress, progress slows down dramatically because your body no longer needs to evolve. This is why beginners see explosive progress. Almost any stimulus is new, but as you become more experienced, your body becomes harder to challenge. This is called diminishing returns. Early on, small effort creates huge results. Later, massive effort creates tiny improvements. That's why elite athletes obsess over tiny details, because adaptation becomes increasingly difficult over time. One of the fastest adaptations happens in your nervous system. Before muscles even grow significantly, your brain becomes better at recruiting muscle fibers. This is why strength often increases rapidly at the start of training. Your body isn't necessarily building huge amounts of muscle immediately, it's learning coordination. Your brain is basically upgrading the software before upgrading the hardware. And once movements become highly efficient, the challenge decreases. Plateaus aren't only physical, they're psychological too. Humans adapt mentally to repetition incredibly fast. The same workout that once felt exciting eventually feels predictable, and predictability lowers stimulation. Motivation drops, intensity drops, focus drops, even if you don't realize it. Your effort often decreases when training becomes mentally stale. Your brain loves novelty. New experiences increase dopamine activity, which boosts attention, motivation, and engagement. That's why changing exercises, training environments, or goals can suddenly reignite motivation. Your brain becomes more invested, and higher engagement often means higher training intensity, which can restart progress. Many people stop progressing because training becomes automatic. They enter the gym, do the same exercises, same order, same weight, same rest times, and then leave. No progression, no overload, no adaptation. Your body only changes when it's given a reason to. Comfort is the enemy of adaptation. You've probably heard this phrase before: confuse the muscles. Fitness marketing loves it, but scientifically, muscles don't literally get confused. Your biceps don't suddenly panic because you switch from dumbbells to cables. That's not how physiology works. However, there is a scientific reason why variation can help. The real driver of growth is progressive overload. To force adaptation, the body must experience increasing demands over time. More weight, more reps, more tension, more volume. more intensity. If training stress never increases, your body has no reason to keep adapting. Variation can help create new challenges, but random workouts alone are not magical. Strategic exercise variation can be useful. Different exercises alter joint angles, resistance curves, stability demands, and muscle emphasis. This can expose weak points, reduce overuse stress, and create fresh stimulation. But random chaos isn't optimal. There's a huge difference between smart variation and constantly changing everything with no plan. Doing the same movements repeatedly can also create overuse problems. Your muscles adapt relatively quickly, but tendons, ligaments, and joints adapt much slower. Without variation, certain tissues absorb the same stress patterns continuously. Eventually, recovery can't keep up, and performance drops. Sometimes you're not actually losing progress. You're just accumulating fatigue faster than you recover. This is huge in advanced training. Fitness and fatigue rise together, but excessive repetitive stress can hide your actual performance potential. This is why deload weeks, exercise rotation, and recovery strategies matter so much. Growth doesn't happen during training. Training is the damage phase. Adaptation happens after, through recovery, sleep, nutrition, stress management, recovery time. Without recovery, your body cannot complete the adaptation process, and repetitive training without sufficient recovery eventually leads to stagnation. When you introduce a new challenge, your body temporarily loses efficiency again. And that's important because inefficiency creates demand. New movement patterns, new tempos, new intensities, or new training styles can create fresh adaptive signals. Your body must once again learn, recover, and improve. One of the biggest drivers of muscle growth is mechanical tension. Heavy resistance places tension directly on muscle fibers. Over time, your body strengthens those fibers to better tolerate future stress. But if tension levels stop increasing, adaptation slows. Your muscles become resistant to the same stimulus, which means progression becomes essential. Another growth mechanism is metabolic stress. This is the burning sensation, the pump, the fatigue you feel during high rep training. Different training styles stress the body differently. That's why combining heavy strength work with hypertrophy focused training can often improve overall results. Variation changes the stimulus profile. Many plateaus aren't caused by program design. They're caused by insufficient intensity. Your body adapts to what you actually do, not what you intended to do. If sets are too easy, if effort is too low, or if you stop pushing progressively, adaptation slows dramatically. The body only responds to meaningful demand.